Getting back at my cheating ex-wife. My ex and I married young. I was totally devoted to her, and to be fair, she had a lot of love to give. The only problem was that she gave it to anyone, usually while I was away at work. She wasn't happy being with a broke college student and decided to fuck her way into another relationship that could provide her with more money. I came home early to find a dude old enough to be her father spooning his soft-serve diabetic dick into my wife. I went to see a lawyer the next morning, and we got divorced less than a year after we married. I naively thought this would be the end of our interactions. We didn't have kids or assets to fight over, so we had no reason to ever see one another again, except she wouldn't go away. Over the next few years she made my life miserable. My career took off and I started a small freight company. I wasn't rich by any means, but I was making a little money and the ex felt entitled to a cut by virtue of our brief union. She would contact me at random times threatening lawsuits if I didn't give her what she was owed, as she put it. That's not how divorce works, of course, but she figured she could harass me into a payout to make her go away. I ignored her threats and negative social media posts, and they eventually dwindled down to occasionally driving past my house on holidays when she was in town to visit her parents. A few more years go by. The loser she cheated with is long gone from a heart attack, leaving her to raise their kid alone. That was a bit of an extreme measure to get away from her, but I understand. She moves away to the other side of the state, and that could have been the end of it, but I decide to thumb my nose at her one last time. I learned through a friend of a friend that her kid is going to start Little League the next season. I'm a big believer in supporting youth sports, so I contact the league and sponsor a team in her community via my company, which happens to include my first and last name in the title. The idea was that her team would play my team once or twice that season and she'd have to sit in the stands with nothing to do except be pissy about it. By some chance stroke of good fortune, I got even more than I hoped for. You see, players are drafted to teams at random. Guess who got assigned to the team I sponsored? Every game, every post-win pizza party, every time she washed her kid's gear, she was surrounded by a sea of uniforms with my name emblazoned on the front in big letters. That was a good summer.